Hello everyone, welcome to Founders Talk. Today we have with us a very esteemed guest, Mr. Pandu Reddy sir, who is here to help us share his knowledge and expertise of 25 years in the field of sales and marketing. Apart from being the founder of Peakin Learning Technologies, sir is also a certified life coach with many years of expertise in sales and marketing. Sir, on behalf of our founder, Mr. Santosh Vanparthi, and the entire team of Poison, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you and thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule and coming all the way here. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Arishi, and thank you the entire team for inviting me. And looking forward to it.
So firstly, I'd like to give you a brief introduction about what exactly Poison is. Poison is like a global platform wherein there will be only real and verified people and profiles which are being connected. There are many features such as hiring, job listing, and the main important feature is one-to-one meetings on video call, wherein we check the availability of the other person and then book a slot and have a video call with them on one-to-one. So it basically gives us more security, trust, and that way.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah.
So, sir, let's start today's discussion by knowing a little bit about your early life. Can you please share how is it been? How did you start your career?
Okay. Great. So yeah. So my name is Pandu Reddy. I born in Prakasham district, probably 250 kilometers away from this place. All right. So yeah, till third standard I have been there in my village government school studying, and from fourth year onwards I have been here in Hyderabad. One notable incident brought me to Hyderabad when I was 7-8 years old.
Would you like to share that, sir?
Wow. I had a group of friends. So they did some theft from a post office. They steal the money, and my friends have included me in the list of people who have done that theft. So being we were minors at the time, and we have been kept into an isolated room for 2 days, and then as we were very young or a child at the point of the time, they let us go, with a caution. So that incident made my parents and my uncle, my mother's brother, thought that this guy would be a very notorious guy if he will be here in the village. So they sent me off to the Hyderabad. That's the year in 1985.
That goes way back, sir.
Yes. So that's the story.
How did you start off your career, sir? Like a lot of us, like when we're kids, we have this thing, right? That we want to be engineers, we want to be doctors, we want to be pilot. We just keep going in various fields because, of course, we're kids. But at one certain point, we get this thing that, okay, we get a clarity of what we want to do in life. So what has that point been for you? Like, has that been a starting point for your career?
Well, see, maybe I have not followed any script, to be very honest, while shaping up my career. So yes, I've been being in Hyderabad. I've been taking support of my uncles, so they were very kind enough to provide me the necessary education at that point of the time. I have completed 10th from a AP residential school, Mushirabad, and I am thankful to the government for sponsoring me for from 7th to 10th the education. So after after I moved out of the hostel boarding and the college school environment, so I had acting on me, guiding me at each and every step. This I have not realized when I was at 10th or intermediate or at my degree, but after completing my degree, as I grew up or as I started understanding things, then I realized that there is some definite force which was helping me to take the decisions or forcing me to take the decisions. That much I have the the intuition or the confidence that something is working on me. It is not me who is walking along the path.
So how were you as a student, if I may ask you? Like, were you very studious or were you notorious, or like how were you when you came to your high school?
Combination of
Both.
both, I would say. Yes, everything what at that point of the time any kid would do, or any teenager would do, everything we have explored everything at that point of the time. We went to movies by bunking the schools and
Yeah, that is
buying.
exactly what I wanted to know, because a lot of us these days we bunk a lot. So just wanted to know if even you were of the same way.
Definitely. See, when I was in high school, at the point of high school, we were not allowed to go outside. We had a compound rise, maybe like a jail. The walls would be there, na? That much height would be there. But if you have climbed that wall and went to the movie theater in RTC X Road, you can imagine how adventurous we were
Yes.
as a kids. I mean, at least my group of team, 3 4 people went to the movies and came. And next morning, as
Everything was
nobody knows,
normal.
yeah, that's how it is.
So we all have certain role models while growing up. It may be anyone. Who was your role model while you were growing up?
Interestingly, I used to go to libraries and read some inspiring literature from Swami Vivekananda.
Okay.
Those books definitely have a great impression on me while growing up. That gave me the foundation to complete my uh, uh, BSc mathematics, which was very tough at that point of the time for me, and then completing the MBA with a HR as a specialization.
Okay. So you did your specialization in HR, then how come you moved to sales and marketing? Like, what is the shift about it?
Yes, interesting. So around the year 2000, I came out of the MBA HR. Uh, I did HR for this main reason that I wanted to explore the human potential. I mean, I thought at that point at the time they would teach me something that how can I really have enable my potential to the greatest. Okay, but I did not know that it was structured about industrial relationships and the recruitment and
Accounting and everything.
all that aspects of the HR functionality. Yes, it did give me some curious element that there is something which a human being can do. There is no limits that a trained mind can do. That sort of pointers I could gather during my MBA, and then that curiosity element was there after I completed my MBA, and then once I stepped into corporate world, I started researching about it. I started reading a lot of things, and then I come some of the finer points. Yeah, so the answering your question of why did I shift from HR to sales. So as you understood that I had a very challenging uh, upbringing, or the schooling, college, and the I studied in government Kachiguda Government Junior College, and I studied my BSc in an evening college.
Okay.
That's again something interesting. So I was hungry for money. I need money to sustain.
That's true.
Okay, at that point of the time, and if I wait for HR jobs, there were not many at that point of the time. Uh, I would have to wait for 1 year or 1.5 years to get into a certain role of HR, which I did not have that circumstances were not supporting me at that point of the time. So I said, what is best thing out there in the market? Sales.
Yes.
Okay, and probably, and I like talking to people. I like meeting people. Probably that's something, some urge in me prompted me to get into look at the sales job profiles which were coming at the time. And then when I saw something in the newspaper from Usha Informatics at that point of the time, and then I got into the sales field to start my career.
That's nice to know, sir. So all of us have certain setbacks in life. Like there's a saying also which goes like failure is the first step to success. So would you like to share with us any failure stories of yours or any setbacks that you have faced during your journey?
Failures are many, setbacks are many. All right, so probably I reframed those setbacks, or I took them in my stride, or I looked them at as an opportunities to shape up my corporate career, and then after that shape up uh, as an organization head. Many are there. Mm, you want me to share any particular setback,
It
or
would be nice to know any particular setback which has impacted you the most, which made you to do way better in life, or like something which motivates us to push ourselves harder.
all right. I remember writing the entrance examination for MCA. Okay, after completing my degree, uh, so I did not. I was not. I did not got a qualification. I wrote an MCA entrance exam. Then I thought that this was not for me. This computers or the computer science was not for me. Then in the next attempt, I tried to. I applied for MBA.
Okay.
Okay, and interestingly, I got within 100 state rank.
That's nice, sir.
Okay, and then where I wrote the exam in the same college I studying my MBA. Okay, so probably as I mentioned, there is something working along with me, upon me, that is nurturing me, guiding me in that situation also. So that was one, probably I wanted to do computer science,
Computer science.
but I did not have time to experiment one more time. Then I took up the management
MBA.
studies, management. Yeah, that's one thing which I remember still.
So you've been successful and you've been in the industry for more than 25 years. So that definitely requires a certain discipline, routine, and everything. So, what are some core values that you follow personally as well as professionally? Would you like to share that with us?
The core values kept modifying as I grew up. Uh, so once till I come out of the university, I was exposed to the what is being there in the textbooks, or what is being there in the what is being taught. But once you come out in the world and face the real situations, probably your the perception will change.
Getting out of a comfort zone.
Yeah, and what you had, some sort of a set ideas, probably that would be tested. It would be put to test, and however, over a period of time, the some of the things which are very guiding, or I would say, are my nature in terms of to be kind, compassionate, and to help whatever the best I can to the.
Society.
I mean, I won't say much of the society, but I to the near and
People
dear,
around
near
you.
and dear, and whoever in contact with me, if I feel something which I can contribute, I would do definitely. So that is core values, not to hurt anyone by knowingly.
Of course.
So that is something which is dear to me. Yeah, these are the I won't say much in terms of core values. I love being on time. I love you know being proactive. I love being people used to call me when I was working at Despo. They gave me a name. So I was like desperate for success, or to bring more orders, to have more customers to the company. That while working, people used to call me, yeah, Despo. Yeah, that's how.
So in today's time, we see that a lot of people struggle to manage their work-life balance. They are way too occupied either with their work that they get very less time to spend with their families, or it's either the vice versa. So how do you manage your work-life balance? Like, what is the secret to get a proper, healthy work-life balance?
All right. So, work-life balance. Probably, I heard this term. Probably 10 years in the market, 10 years in the sales industry. Uh, so early 2000 onwards, I've been exposed to, or I've spent some, I invested some time the technique taught by Vipassana meditation, the Lord Buddha.
Lord Buddha.
Okay, so I have been in those centers for quite every year, most of the time for about 10-15 days. So that meditation gave me some sort of a balance, some sort of a speed breaker for my flow of thoughts or flow of my life. Okay, it immensely helped me in navigating my sales pressures. Okay, and kind of work we were doing. Uh, one uh, one element is one practice I was doing is definitely I am still continuing that meditation time for me is a like a ritual. I would not come out at least spending about 30-40 minutes in silence.
I'm sure that must have helped you a lot even during the pandemic.
Yes, very much, very much. During pandemic, we were in Bangalore. Yes, that definitely calmed us and the entire family. Helped us to take better decisions.
So, sir, now that we've just spoken of pandemic, I would like to ask you, how has the sales and marketing sector affected during the pandemic, and what effect did it have on you as well at that time?
All right. By the pandemic, that's in 2019 or 2020, correct?
Yes, 2020.
Okay. So by that time, I left my corporate job. Bye bye. In the sense, as a full-time corporate sales and marketing, I left that. My last stint with a corporate company was with Sintel Telecom, which is a Arvind Limited company, uh, and that is the transition for me. From employee to being an entrepreneur or being a self-employed person. Yes. So that's the phase I was in actually. Um, when the pandemic came, we were in Bangalore. So for me, during the transition, I had the time to think what to do and what we were good at. Yeah, so we that gave me an opportunity to plan a strategy for what we would be doing next after spending about 17-18 years in the hardcore corporate sales or enterprise sales.
So, how do you convince the certain group of audience to buy or try out your product or services?
Yeah, so we were in the segment of selling high value capital intensive solutions, ranging from the ideal sale would be around 10-15 lakhs to which goes to 2 crores and 3 crores and above. Depends on the nature of the requirement. So for this, in our industry, you need to have a longer patient levels, which I don't have. Okay, that's again which I need to work. I had to work on over a period of time. To answer the question in terms of how do we convince, knowing our first thing is before accepting any product or service, people will look at you. People will the person behind the product or sales. Okay, it's your personality or your nature which would slightly tilt the customer towards you or not. And then comes the product. Knowing your product, what features it has, how it can serve the customer, how it can fulfill the problem statement of the customers, that would be very ideal. And in which context you are selling, the industry you are selling, whether you are selling it to a hospitality industry or IT industry or a manufacturing or a retail. So mapping your features, benefits, and then what is the need of the particular segment, probably the customers would acceptance levels would be more, right? And yeah, so person, product, and sales, and then the timing is also very important. Timing is so we would try and look at any customer when they are setting up the office, when their interiors were going on, but they would not finalize at that point of the time. That is the time only they would give us the indent, or they would tell us the requirement, and then it takes some time until they get the once they get the furniture ready, and then we get into doing voice telephone exchange, and then setting up the data voice and data points, and then wireless, setting up the Wi-Fi, or giving them the video conferencing solutions, audio video solutions. These are some of the range of products what I was responsible doing with companies like Siemens or and then Sintel. Prior to that, Coral Telecom Limited.
So do you think networking plays an important role with it? Like, do networking and marketing go hand in hand? Because you've also hosted many professional conferences and meets. So I wanted to get your insights on it. How do you improve your networking strategies?
Yeah, so as the concept of sales and the concept of marketing evolved over a period of time, from 2000 to 2010, and then 2020, and then beyond. So probably conventional methods would help still today also, like cold calling and all that. Knowing market, knowing especially the people who are in the right positions for your product or a solution. For that, I guess rallying around the networking forums of your industry. Okay, for a software companies, there is something called HIC, okay, or a TIE, and then there are networking associations or the organizations like BNI or Global Startup Club, which I had worked with them for some time, and then hosted many of the networking events. Definitely, it's about your network is the network whom you know.
That's a nice one, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, with the current IT industry being down, what do you think is the main reason for it? Is it actually the recession, or is it just the fact that people do not have skills enough to get a job? What is your take upon it?
All right. So, as a skill enablement company, or the we are into training and consulting, upskilling and reskilling the corporate workforce teams. Yes, we are connected to the IT industry. Maybe we are not into the development or core IT, but definitely we are associated with the people who are working with the working in the IT industry. The recession and the going down economy these are all of the different names we give, but definitely the market is down means the total production or the total turnover is down, or the people are waiting. It's a waiting period. So as you observe, if you observe over a period of time from 2000 to 2014, something like, there are so many. It's like a you go down and come up. So probably this is a time where we are down in terms of down is a period of reflection, period of you need to sharpen the saw. Okay, it's like you prepare for the big battle. So these are the time for defining the strategies, refining your go-to-market strategies, refine or reshaping your business models. Okay, so yes, definitely the noise in terms of the job market is down, but domestically, at least in India, the companies are looking forward, or also people who don't upgrade these technologies. So another point I would say is most of the repetitive jobs definitely could be shifted towards the AI-enabled services, like the probably copywriting, probably data entries, and there are a lot of other which we do repetitively. Would be assigned to the machines or their sort of related applications. So yeah, so if you really want to be thriving in this kind of a market, your creativity levels have to be up and running. which can the machines cannot capture. Your artistic nature, your collaborative
Creativity.
skills, connecting with the people
Yeah.
at the core level is very important. At the core level, in the sense, what motivates them, what drives them, what takes them, what makes them off. Like skills of emotional intelligence will play a lot of role in this present context of AI. If you really want to succeed in the job market, having the skill set of technical skill set is very important. Whether it is AI, Gen AI, prompt engineer, or what is going to come, that is going to be, you need to be keep upgrading yourself, but you need to upscale yourself towards the emotional intelligence. So there are some surveys says that around 70% of your success in the job, at the job or the corporate life, will depend upon the emotional intelligence, and 30-40% is about your skill set. So now we know which need to be given importance, or the you need to balance both technology and the human element. So this is my already started hiring and this point of the time that we are in, August 2024 people. I have seen a lot of companies are hiring. Maybe that's just a starting phase at this point of the time for this period.
So you've also worked as a senior business manager. So how is it like to lead a team, make everyone agree onto one topic, and make sure that everyone is onto the same page? So that of course has some leadership qualities. So is it something that corporate also looks for?
Definitely, corporate definitely looks for leadership qualities, somebody who can work with a diverse set of people coming from a different industries, different skill set, and aligning them with the corporate objectives, corporate goals, the company mission, vision. So the definitely we are in the very uncertain times. That's what people term it as a VUCA: volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. So we need to be adaptable, and especially when you are in a leadership position where where you have to lead teams, you need to take certain amount of risk, definitely. Okay. Uh, During my tenure, I would definitely say that I used to hire people who with the skill set what I don't have. That means I used to complement the skill set. If I'm not good at technology, or if I'm not good at certain aspects of the selling process, I would try and have a person in my team who can do a better job than me. So rather than being fearful or a different viewpoint, I would see that having a person or a teammate who can complement the skill set which are required to do the job. I was very interested in that. I used to hire people who can complement the other skill set. So your question of leading teams.
Yes.
Leading
How does it affect the corporate?
Yeah, definitely. We were in hardcore sales. I would say we would be asked numbers week on week. So we commit a certain X number on Monday, and Friday it would be reviewed. Okay. So let us say I'm just giving a hypothetical figure of 20 lakhs for this week. Okay.
20 lakh sales.
20 lakh sales. We as a team we would do, and then we would be asked to we would be reviewed on every Friday.
Okay.
So that sort of intense sales cycle or a corporate environment, especially I worked along with Siemens for about around 10-12 years. From the executive level to the managing certain channel responsibilities, channel management, and then I moved on to the senior business management, unified communications, handling the entire undivided Andhra Pradesh at that point of the time. So it's very pretty intense kind of, I would say, weekly monitoring is something which
Quite
really
pressurizing.
definitely a lot of pressure. I would say that yeah, that was put on. We are on spot. We are on. If we don't perform consistently for about maybe uh, 2 months or little more, you are out of the job. Okay, and especially managing a team and producing is requires a lot of
Patience.
patience and the a certain amount of leadership skills, I would say. So you need to have a trust element very high within your team. Okay, being in sales and trusting your instincts is more. I would rely more on whether we would get this particular business or not. Okay, and we are dealing with definitely high value numbers of starting around 50 lakhs or 1 crore kind of numbers. So and we need to close that order within
Close.
that week or month. So you need a trust element. You need to be adaptable. You need to spot the requirement, correct requirements. Yes, this is our customer. Mind you, there is a competition. There also
Of course.
everybody is eyeing for that kind of a business. Okay, so little bit of judging whether this is our client or not. This is whether we can get this business or not. So that sort of intuitive abilities were little good with me. Definitely, I would say that. And I was trusting my team. It is really, I felt that after completing my career and all that. The corporate career, I felt that it was more of my team effort rather than my skill set. Okay, so I would definitely give a lot of credit to them. Probably I was good at managing people. I was good at on my LinkedIn profile also. People have rated me very high on team management. Okay, so that gives me a reinforcement of my team management skills over my corporate tenure. So probably I was good with it, aligning the teams, motivating the teams. I was probably very good in terms of nurturing them to take up the higher positions. I used to challenge my people that kick me out of this position so that I go to a higher level.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a challenge I used to give my teammates.
That's a good strategy, so because that way even they stay motivated to do better.
Yeah, so I rather than coming from the angle of fear, what will happen if I lose my position? Will I get a job, next job or not? So throughout my career, energy levels were very high, and I used to challenge myself whether if I have opted for a career out of the country when I was 5 years in the industry, when I was thinking that I was not fit for sales, I have accepted something, a role outside the country in Dar es Salaam, unknown place, unknown territory, unknown people, unknown clients, and unknown language. I don't know the language,
Yeah.
but I was. Or I was something was definitely guiding me at that point of the
Yes.
time also. So to take up the opportunity outside the country and then excel there to an extent was probably I had the high motivation element within me, and then that energy was engulfing my team, my teammates, and the channel partners with whom we were working. So the drive, definitely I was instrumental in driving the teams. That much I can tell you, and rest all is my team's contribution.
So it's always a team effort.
Yes, you will not be able to go long if you don't take your team along, or if you don't have the team management skills. You can work to a certain extent, but if you want to work long, okay, to reach the corporate objectives, the vision and the goals, shape the corporate culture, you need to have the right team, right people rallying along with you.
So what would you suggest a new business which is just getting into the market, like certain skill set that would help them, or any tips that you would give them to progress in context of sales, marketing, networking?
Yeah, very broader question. So somebody coming into the business, somebody coming into the setting up a business, you need to be sure about why you are doing that. As Simon Sinek says, that why element you need to answer for yourself. Why you want to do a particular thing? you need to be more careful. It should resonate with your intrinsic values. It should resonate with your passion. Okay, it should resonate with what you want to do in long term, right? If you don't have here, if you don't have something passionate about what you are doing, it will not come out, right? So that the why element should be very clear. Why you are doing a particular thing, when you are doing it, and the timing is very important. How much you know about that business, right? And what sort of a time frame you have, whether to burn the cash or whether you are bootstrapping, or all that requires your business plan need to be right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, in the sense, you may not be 100% right at that when you want to start, right? But you should have a longer vision. The route map should be little bit clear, and you should be more convinced about what you are doing. And the why part is very particular to me, in the sense, if you don't know why you are doing you will be end up in
There's no
failure.
point in doing it.
Yeah, no point in doing. And you see a lot of startups, they don't go to the market. I mean, they fail before itself, and some of them who go to the market wind up very quickly. So there are a lot many elements. It's not that single element actually, and the resilience levels has to be more.
More.
Okay, resilience levels as a person and as an organization.
Team as well.
Okay, which need to be much more high, and we are in a testing times. We are in that is going to be there always. You will be tested at every day. I would say every day you will be tested.
Okay.
Okay, do you have that energy? Do you have that that kind of a
willpower to do it?
Willpower, and yeah, so to take up the challenge every day. You need to look yourself. If you are an entrepreneur, you would say, if you are surviving and thriving this day, again post that again next to the next day, to the next day. So you have to live by days actually, and in fact some people live by morning, afternoon, evening. Seriously. Yeah. Okay, and especially I was very particular when I was in my sales career. Some days were very tough. Even to cross the morning also is very tough. Because we had reviews. We will have reviews.
A lot of
pressure. My people, my seniors would call me, and we need to answer. Okay, so for the entrepreneurs, okay, you need to be sure about. Take up something which you really enjoy, and over a period of time where you can convert that into as a profession. Okay, and market will pay. As that Ikigai principle says, that you should look at what you have. Is that market is looking at that market as the potential for that, and the market will pay for that. If you can blend all this and create a recipe, people will love it, right?
So on a concluding note, any tips that you would like to share so that it will help the new startups or the new founders?
There are tips many on the social media,
but a few of them from your personal life experience, which have specifically impacted or helped you grow your business better.
Tips is first of all, one should trust oneself in terms of they should believe in themselves in terms of saying that you have some unique capabilities to offer to the market. Okay, you have some unique skill set which you can galvanize and put into the market, and you can impact the ecosystem or the industry you are going to be in. Yeah. So I would say a lot more in terms of self-discipline. I don't say that I'm more self-disciplined and all that. To an extent, yes, but I also try and hit the roadblocks with what I would say non-supportive behaviors within myself. So I'm not a perfectionist, and I don't believe in the perfectionism. To be very honest, I believe more of an intuitive nature, and if it requires 100 points, if I'm 50, 60 also I would jump in. that's a kind of if I'm prepared 50-60% also, I would jump in, because that rest of the 40% I'm
You're going to learn it on the way.
it's not learning on the way. I have the skill set already.
Okay.
I'm intuitively saying myself that I'm up for it. So that's sort of a mindset I come from in. But for the people, new people, you're enough. I would say that you are enough, but you keep trusting yourself. Have a great team. I mean, in the initial phases, you might not know that they would be will become a great team. But trust your people, trust the team, and have some guiding angels in terms of having your supporting your finances. Okay, that way I think time will tell you, and time will test you and taste you also.
On that note, thank you so much, sir, for gracing our show with your presence and sharing all of your valuable insights through your life experiences, through your journey. You have done a commendable job, and I would like to congratulate you for it. 25 years plus of success in the industry is not an easy thing to do, and not everyone sustains and achieves it. So, congratulations, sir, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. At the moment, we are running a company called Peakin Learning Technologies Private Limited, where we are into training, upskilling, consulting for both technical and non-technical. So I'm happy to give some of the details to you, and thank you for inviting me for this show.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right.